It is 1976. A small garage in Los Altos, California, holds a big idea, you know. The air is thick with the smell of burnt solder and youthful ambition. Two young men, both named Steve, are at the center of it all. Steve Jobs is the visionary, the intense one with a burning desire to change the world. Steve Wozniak, known as Woz, is the technical wizard, a gentle genius who can make circuit boards do magical things. They are building a computer. This one is small, it is personal. They hope it will find a place in people's homes, not just in large corporations or labs. They call their new fragile venture Apple Computer. The beginnings are humble. Money is a constant worry. They scavenge for parts and make deals to stay afloat. Jobs sells his van. Wozniak sells his prized Hewlett-Packard calculator. They work long hours, fueled by cheap food and an unshakable belief in their mission. They are crafting a tool for the mind, technology to unlock creativity. After the modest success of the Apple I, the team knows they need something more, something complete, a product someone can buy, take home, and use right away. This idea leads to the Apple II. It is a monumental leap forward, a friendly plastic case, a built-in keyboard. Most importantly, it can display color graphics, a game changer. Suddenly, computers could be fun, they could be used for learning. They find their way into small businesses and homes across America. The launch in 1977 puts Apple on the map. Jobs secures investment from Mike Markula, money and business discipline. Apple II becomes one of the first mass-produced personal computers. It is a hit. They move out of the garage into a proper office. Teams grow. More engineers, more marketers, more managers. The culture is young and rebellious, but more complex. Growth brings challenges. Pressure to innovate rises. The world is watching. Wozniak's engineering, Jobs' user focus, and Markula's business sense make Apple II approachable, useful, VisiCalc, simple manuals, and powerful for everyone. With Apple II momentum, the company grows more ambitious. The next project, Lisa. In 1979, Jobs sees the graphical user interface, icons, a mouse, overlapping windows, and sees the future. Released in 1983, Lisa is beautiful and intuitive, but nearly $10,000. Too expensive. Lisa becomes a commercial failure, and a hard lesson: greatness must be accessible. Meanwhile, a smaller, rebellious team works on Macintosh. Frustrated by Lisa's cost and pace, Jobs takes over, pushing for affordable GUI. He pushes relentlessly. He wants it insanely great. Macintosh is a gamble, a bet on a new way to interact with computers. In 1984, Apple airs a stunning Super Bowl commercial, promising that 1984 will not be like 1984. Mac arrives like a friendly appliance, not a cold machine, the GUI for the masses. Introduced as a tool of liberation, it reframes what a computer can feel like. But inside Apple, success brings strain that will change everything. The Macintosh launch is a cultural event, but inside Apple, the success is bittersweet. The company is divided: Apple II loyalists, the Lisa team, and the Macintosh pirates. Jobs clashes with CEO John Sculley, a battle over the soul of the company. In spring 1985, the board sides with Sculley. Jobs is stripped of duties. Chairman, but with no real power, an outcast in his own company. He resigns and sells most of his Apple stock. He founds Next and buys a small graphics division that becomes Pixar. He learns management, complex software, and the art of storytelling, maturing as a leader. Apple sells Macs and makes money for a while, but loses its way. Too many models, slow innovation. Visionary, but the tech is not ready. It fails to catch on. By the mid-90s, Apple is in serious trouble. Market share shrinking, profits vanishing. It needs a radical change. By 1996, Apple is desperate, bleeding money, creativity dimmed. Its operating system is old and unstable. The board seeks a new OS and a new leader. They acquire Next. Next Step becomes the foundation for the next Mac OS. It also brings Steve Jobs back, first as an advisor, but his presence is powerful. He finds a company that has lost its focus. He draws a simple grid and declares, 4 great products, 1 for each quadrant. Everything else goes. Brutal simplification. Projects canceled, divisions shut down. He restores discipline and the union of design, engineering, and marketing. Partnering with Jony Ive, they reshape Apple's identity. Simple, elegant, instantly recognizable. In 1998, iMac, translucent, colorful, friendly, fun, and easy to set up. It drops the floppy, embraces USB, sells millions, restores profits, and reignites excitement. Jobs' return isn't just a comeback, it's a resurrection. After stabilizing Apple with iMac, Jobs looks for the next big thing. Digital music is rising, but the experience is a mess. People download from services like Napster, software is clunky, players are hard to use, and hold few songs. Apple sees a chance to make it simple, elegant, integrated. A secret project, 1,000 songs in your pocket, powered by a tiny hard drive and FireWire. Ive's team crafts a white and chrome device with a unique scroll wheel. Introduced in October 2001, some are skeptical. Mac-only, pricey, but users love it. So easy, so well-designed, it feels like magic. Then the real secret, iTunes, a digital jukebox and seamless syncing. In 2003, the iTunes Music Store lets you legally buy songs for 99 cents. The industry, fearing piracy, agrees. Device, software, and service, an ecosystem rivals cannot easily copy. It revolutionizes music and transforms Apple from a computer maker into a consumer electronics powerhouse. That is the story of the iPod era. By the mid-2000s, Apple rides the iPod wave, but Jobs is worried as phones start playing music. He fears a music phone could make the iPod obsolete. He decides to disrupt Apple before someone else does. Build a phone. 2 paths: add phone to iPod or shrink a computer. A multi-touch prototype shows finger gestures, pinch, zoom, swipe. Jobs pivots, a revolutionary mobile computer that also makes calls. Intense secrecy, new screen and software tech, hundreds of prototypes. They debate every detail, the keyboard, the icons. Jobs pushes for simpler, more intuitive, more magical. He wants no physical keyboard, just a giant, beautiful screen. He announces 3 revolutionary products: a widescreen iPod, a phone, an internet device. They are one device. The demo is legendary. The audience is stunned. The iPhone changes Apple and the world. The world sees shiny products, slick marketing, charismatic presentations. Behind the curtain, 2 hidden engines drive Apple: secrecy, focus, accountability. Need-to-know teams prevent leaks and create one more thing moments. Every project has a directly responsible individual. One person is ultimately accountable, forcing clarity, saying no to 1,000 good ideas to say yes to the one great idea. Tim Cook, joining in 1998, architects a formidable supply chain. Apple closes factories, partners in Asia, and locks up critical components. It manufactures with incredible precision at massive scale. New iPhones launch simultaneously in dozens of countries, with millions available on day one. While Ive's team dreams, Cook's team figures out how to build 10 million. Design and delivery, Apple's quiet power. This combination is a core part of Apple's secret history. From a dusty garage to the world's most valuable company, it is easy to focus on big moments: the Mac, Jobs' return, the iPhone. But the real secret history is written in a million small choices, crafted with care, relentless attention to detail. A belief that craft matters runs through everything. Technology should not be cold and intimidating. It should be human, beautiful, and natural to use. This philosophy was baked in by 2 Steves and carried on after Jobs' passing, as Tim Cook guided Apple higher. Apple faced near death, made disastrous products, lost its founder, yet held to empathy-driven innovation. True novelty often waits for the right moment, when technology and culture are ready. iPod was not the first MP3 player. iPhone was not the first smartphone. They were the first to get the experience right. When you hold an Apple product, see past the glass and aluminum. See debate, failed prototypes, and refined edges. The secret history is not a grand plan, but countless small acts of care, making something simple and wonderful. That is the real innovation. That is the real magic.